The Scarecrow video was started by a man named George Latsios in 1988. He had a movie collection and he wanted to rent movies to his friends, so he lent his movies to his friends. And eventually his collection got bigger and bigger and he actually moved into a little storefront. In 2014, the owners that took it over from George decided they wanted out, and we started a Kickstarter to basically subsume the collection, become a nonprofit, and keep it open and accessible to the public. When I first started working here, I thought that I had seen a lot of movies. It was just wrong. And they're all here. There's never been anything that I couldn't get a hold of or couldn't put into my diet, and it's expanded my view of the entire world and the people in it.
We're one of the largest collections of videos in the world. Eventually, Seattle, not LA, not New York, Seattle is going to be the only place that has a massive collection like this that the public can access. Our algorithm is everything. If you took online streaming of Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu and you put them together, it's about 36,000 titles. So we have over 100,000 more titles than what you can get online. We represent 126 countries, 129 countries, 126 languages other than English. One of the things that's flawed with streaming is the lack of diversity that we see. We want all of those cinematic stories to be available to the community.
A lot of the rarest stuff, or let's say the least accessible or the least well-known stuff, was likely to just disappear into the hands of collectors and never see it again.
Our goal as a nonprofit, because we understand the cultural value of every single item that's in here, is not just to preserve it and make it accessible today, but for 50 years down the road, 100 years down the road, we still want this collection to be representative of our cultural heritage. We have a screening room here, and we would have free screenings almost every night, and as well as lectures, classes, children's hour, our outdoor movies. Anything that was going on in the screening room was free and open to the public. We also have a Silver Screeners program, which was us going out and bringing movies and film discussions to senior community centers.
There was that article several years ago that called this corner the best corner for film in America. You had the Neptune, which when it was still a movie theater, the Gables, Cinema Books was in the same building as the Gables, and the Guild 45th in Wallingford.
Scarecrow,
and the Grand Illusion. And only two of those things are around anymore. There's just us and the Grand Illusion. Those things are gone. And that's something that the U District was so vital for. And the Metro's gone too. The Metro, that's an AMC, so that's just a chain theater now. And I think that makes it more important that Scarecrow stay vital and stay alive, because we can still provide some of what all of those things used to do for people in the community and the neighborhood.
We had begun a pilot program back at the end of 2019 of rental by mail. And again, it was just to sort of test the waters, which I guess was prescient in a way, because then lockdown came and we went from having 40 people on our pilot program list to now we have over 500 people signed up for our rental by mail, and we are sending our movies all over the country.
Just like SIF or KEXP, we feel like we're an important cultural asset to Seattle. Scarecrow video vanishes, so many of these movies are gonna vanish, man. It'd be a tragedy. Every one of these things is an art object. Every one of these things is important and tells a story. And there's just no way you can put a price on that. My hope is that we can expand our rent by mail business and take Scarecrow national, so that we are not just keeping this open and accessible to people in Seattle, but to people all over the country and maybe, long shot, all over the world.
The U District is in extreme flux right now. I mean, we're expecting a whole lot more development to happen here in the U District, and I mean, we contemplate this all the time. Like, what will our role be in the new U District? My hope is that we will continue to be an important place in the United States for people to learn about and make films. Here's this incredible resource, which then which then encourages film appreciation and an interested film-loving community.